Hey, welcome back to Rust Order Garage, or welcome to Rust Order Garage if you are new to the channel. If you have a 69 or 70 Chevelle Super Sport and you are looking for the correct wheels, here is a quick way to identify them and make sure you don't pay more than you should, because there are wheels out there that are the same but are not correct, depending on what you want. All right, so these popped up on Marketplace last night at the right price. I messaged the guys immediately, said I will be there in the morning to get them because I knew what they were. Now, if you're looking for these kind of wheels, this 5-spoke rally wheel, every manufacturer had them, Ford, Mopar, GM. If you have a Chevelle Super Sport, there are only 2 wheels that are correct, or I should say, one for 1969 and one for 1970. There is a third wheel out there, which is the same wheel, and people like to advertise them as Chevelle Super Sport wheels, but they are not. They work the same and are the exact same wheel, but if you are wanting the exact wheel for your car, you're going to want the right code. If you're like me and you don't really care about codes, then it could be a really good deal for you. So, ignoring all of the other manufacturers, let me just show you real fast how to identify the correct wheel that will work in your situation. All right, so for this GM wheel, which is a 14x7, which will clear disc brakes, the early disc brakes that came on the Novas and the Chevelles and the Camaros, 1967 to 69. That's what you want these wheels for. If you have disc brakes, you know these are going to work, and if you want this style. But again, to make this so simple, so if you're in a swap meet and you walk around and you see somebody's got a bare wheel laying around, or even a wheel with a tire, you want to know, is that a Chevelle Super Sport wheel? Will it clear disc brakes? There are 3 codes for these wheels. 2 of them are correct for Chevelle Super Sport, and 1 is not, and we'll go over all of them. The first code is YA. YA is the code for a 1969 Chevelle Super Sport. Second code is AO. That is the code for 1970 Chevelle Super Sport. And the third code, which you may run into, is LZ. LZ is the exact same wheel as this, but will have chrome spokes or dull chrome spokes if they haven't been painted over. The LZ is an Oldsmobile wheel, 1971, I think they call it the Super Stock 1. It is the exact same wheel. And the reason I say that is if you have a, say, Chevelle Super Sport clone, or you just like this wheel and you want to put it on your Nova or your Chevelle, you can usually buy the LZ code wheels cheaper than these, the AOs and YAs, even though it's the exact same wheel. They don't bring the money because the Chevelle vendors, when they find these wheels with the correct Chevelle codes, YA or AO, they jack the price up. And if you don't know any better, you're going to get, I'll say, the quote, wrong wheel. Because if you are restoring a 69 or 70 Chevelle and you want the correct wheel, you don't want an LZ wheel, even though it works. But if you're cloning one or just want the wheels, they work fine. But there are people out there who will paint the LZ wheels and tell you that they are Super Sport wheels. They are not. So let me show you the codes on these that I just picked up. So the codes on these wheels are going to be stamped next to the valve stem, which is nice because then even with a tire on the rim, you can find the codes. And let me get you closer and we'll show you what we got. All right, here is the first wheel, and you can clearly see the AO code on it. Date code 5/12, so May 12th. Sometimes if these wheels have been painted a ton of times, the codes will be hard to see. But that right there, that is a real 1970 Chevelle Super Sport wheel. Next one. I'll just put the ring with it. Let's see. Get the ring. YA. So that is a 1969. 1969 Chevelle Super Sport wheel is correct. Date, October 21st. Get that down. And wheel number 3. Let's see. Get the ring off. And we've got another YA code. So it has another 1969 wheel. Date on that one, February 8th. So it's not a matched pair, you should say, of the 69s. But I don't care, because the wheels are the same, and I just want the wheels to work. 4th wheel, AO. All right, 512. I think the other one was a May date as well. So I've got a pair of 1970 Super Sport wheels and a pair of 1969 Super Sport wheels. They are exactly the same wheel. If you see an LZ here, it's going to be an Oldsmobile wheel. It's still the exact same wheel, but some people, if you have a Chevelle and you have the right year, they don't want to use them because they're not correct, so to say. I don't care. They work the same for me. So that's it. Very simple. Just remember those codes. If you want these wheels for your Chevelle and you want them to be correct, YA for 1969, AO for 1970. If you don't care and you just are building a car, a Chevelle, a Nova, Camaro, and you want these wheels, then get the YA, the AO, or the LZ. They will all work the same. They will all clear disc brakes. I don't care that this is a mismatched set. It almost fell over. I just bought these for the Nova that we're going to do next on the channel, which will be getting a 6-liter and a 6-speed. And either these wheels or dog dishes. Haven't decided yet. But for the price, I had to grab them just in case I want them, because they don't pop up every day like they used to. So if you're interested in a Nova build, getting an LS swap, check out the channel, Russ Auto Garage. See you on the next one. We got to get back to the 56 Chevy pickup, which is almost done. And then we will continue with more projects. Later.